There was a precedent on the books for more than 40 years called Chevron, under which federal courts were instructed that if a government agency had interpreted a law, that the courts had to defer to that agency's interpretation, even if they didn't think it was the right or the best interpretation of that statute.
I just want to point out that the new Civil Liberties Alliance, it is because of you that we have had one of the greatest, I would say the greatest Supreme Court decision of this century that overturned the Chevron doctrine.
Last year at the U.S. Supreme Court, the organization I'm the president of, the new Civil Liberties Alliance, got rid of that bad precedent in a case called Relentless on behalf of North Atlantic fishermen.
You were forced to take a human being on board your boat that you have to pay $700 to $800 a day to police you while you work.
When Philip Hamburger first hired me to run NCLA, he told me that overturning Chevron deference was one of the important missions that we had. And I was skeptical that an organization so new and so small would be able to do that. But in less than 7 years, we did.
NCLA is so honored to receive the very first Mellor Prize.
Accepting the Mellor Prize at the State Policy Network Conference was such an honor. When Philip first hired me to get NCLA up and running, my first call was to Chip Mellor to ask him, how does one go about running a public interest litigation shop?
Chip Mellor was a wonderful man and a true champion of liberty. He gave me ample wise advice about many aspects of running a public interest litigation firm.
And we've now had 3 victories in our own cases at the U.S. Supreme Court. Government bureaucrats regularly act like lawmakers or judges, which they have no right to do. NCLA is here to keep those bureaucrats in check and defend people's civil liberties.